and like to greet all the Lakewood family. I sure have enjoyed the last 3 weeks of pastor sermons, and especially last Sunday when I got to see some of the Lakewood family during the Sunday morning service. It was excellent, excellent. Today, I want to read a verse here from 2nd Chronicles, the 7th chapter and the 14th verse. It says, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land." This scripture the Lord has brought to my mind so many times during this time that we are all shut in, that we are the believers. He's talking to us. We need to repent of our sins, and sometimes we get negligent and we think because we don't commit some big sin like adultery or murder or some of those things we think are big sins, but we forget about the little ones like the gossip or the fault finding that we can do and kind of not even think about it being a sin. We all have never witnessed anything like this in our life before, and being shut in gives us a lot of time to meditate on the Word and ask God to search our heart, reveal to us our sins, because we want to repent. We want to turn from doing anything that we are doing that would displease Him. I have to look at my notes because I'm not used to doing this. In our prayer time, I felt led to ask for forgiveness for the sins of our leaders that have passed laws in the last few years that have made the killing of millions of our babies. They say it's okay, and we know, in the same-sex marriages, we know the Bible plainly states that this is abomination to God. When you think about it, could this be the reason God has allowed this virus to cover our nation, to get our attention to the sins that we've committed? I heard on the news that some of the states have actually shut the abortion clinics down during this time. Well, if they can shut them down now, they can shut them down permanently. So I really feel that we need to earnestly, as a body of believers, that's what forms the church, as a body of believers, if we all united in prayer, that God would send a deep conviction upon our leaders during this time when it's a stressful time. Their hearts are troubled. He can convict them, and they can reverse these laws just like they made them, and turn from our wicked ways. The other thing I wanted to mention while I was speaking this morning, Luke 21:26 says, "Men's heart fail them for fear and for looking after the things that are coming on the earth." And if there's ever a fearful time, it's now. I've had several calls during this time that we've been staying at home, people saying, are we headed into another Great Depression? Most of us, well, probably, very few actually that are living today went through that Great Depression, but my parents did, and I was born during that time, and it was a horrible, horrible time. But people now fear that the banks will go broke again. If the FDIC goes broke, the CDs are no good. These kind of things people are worrying about. But when they talk to me about it, I just say, God is in control. He will see us through it, and He will take care of us. I think of the scripture verse of Exodus 14, chapter 14, verses 13 and 14, when Moses was bringing the children of Israel, and they got to the Red Sea, and here they were trapped between the Egyptians behind them and the Red Sea in front of them. And Moses said to them, "Fear not, stand still. The Lord shall fight for you." And we know that story. We know he took care of them. They walked through that Red Sea on dry land. So we have no fear. We serve a mighty God. He took care of them. He'll take care of us. Hebrews 13:5 says, "I will never leave or forsake you." What better promise? That is a promise we can stand on. And I believe that he will take care of us. Dolan?
What I have to say comes from Daniel, the 7th chapter. And Daniel had visions, and every one of them came true. And one of the visions he had was there was 4 animals that came up from the sea, and one of them was a lion, one was a bear, and one was a leopard. But he doesn't say what the 4th one was, but I will tell you later what he said. And the lion represented the Babylonian Empire, which was destroyed, and the bear represented the Medo-Persia Empire, which was destroyed, and the leopard represented the Grecian Empire. But that 4th one, he said, will not happen for a couple of thousand years, and he just had a vision of it. He didn't name it or anything. He just said it had 10 horns, but there was a horn that came up in the middle of all those 10 horns, and that was the Antichrist. And we don't know that that's what caused the coronavirus or anything like that, but God has it all under control, and he controls everything. And all we have to do is keep our faith and pray for that everybody will get back into churches and set their hearts straight. And that's what I have to say about all of. But I encourage you to read the 7th chapter of Daniel. And all the visions that he had all his life came true. And he said near the Great Tribulation that there will come up on this earth the Antichrist rule, which will be everything against Christians. And he'll last for 3.5 years. And then he will be destroyed by God. And we just got to keep God in our